Crazy.
Heaven help us. Another Japanese?
Don't say it like that. That's racist. An expert in forensic medicine, my lord, Professor Yujin Mikotoba, 16 years ago. He came to London with Seishiro Jigoku and Genshin Asogi as a visiting student.
And what could this testimony possibly tell us?
Oh, hold on. Professor Mikotoba was the prime assistant during the autopsy in question. He was also the person who actually penned the report.
Incorrect. That is not correct, because according to John H. Wilson...
That was you when I said the wrong person.
Yeah, incorrect. The autopsy was carried out by the coroner, Dr. Wilson. The report carries his signature.
Oops. I haven't done that in a while, actually. It was the primary assistant's duty to keep a written record of the coroner's work during the procedure. In actual fact, the coroner merely read over the report as the end and signed it. In other words, Professor Mikotoba witnessed the entire autopsy from start to finish. The defense demands that Professor Mikotoba be summoned as a witness as a matter of urgency. Whatever really happened in that autopsy laboratory 10 years ago is something only he can tell us. That isn't fabricated, of course. Okay, he's just gonna deny it? Okay.
The defense is claimed. Denied. The demand is denied.
What? But Professor Mikotoba is in London at this very moment. He could summon him at the stand in minutes. No, of course he's not going to agree to it. Strongheart has no intention of summoning someone who knows. Anyone. He's too concerned about protecting himself. It's true.
Prosecutor Asogi, let me refresh your memory, as you seem to have forgotten the prosecution's stance.
No, you can't manipulate this man.
I manipulate my best friend Asogi. Only minutes ago, you accused the defendant of being the Reaper and the masterminding the assassin exchange.
Oh, he's stuttering.
I did, yes. So present your evidence for those claims and make your case complete.
Nah, he's trying to hurry this up. Kazuma, you know it's right.
At this time, I don't have the requisite evidence.
Wait, do you see his mouth slightly move? Do you see that?
No.
You don't?
Oh yeah, because he grits his teeth?
Yeah, I like
that. He's like grinding his teeth, yeah.
Yeah.
At this time, I don't have the requisite evidence, but that's exactly what we need: witness testimony.
Aw, Kazuma, I see what you're trying to do. In a good way.
The professor's case is closed. There are no clues in the distant past that will bolster your argument today. I'm afraid to say, Prosecutor Asogi, that you would appear to be possessed by the spirit of your late homicidal father.
Oh my god! Strongheart, how dare you!
Strongheart's so awful.
Strongheart! You're awful, I hate you. I've already hated him, but I hate him more.
Now, as I stated earlier, this court has already reached a conclusion with respect to the matter at hand.
Respect, I guess.
Respect this. Inspector Gregson was murdered by a Japanese Supreme Court judge, Seishiro Jigoku. As for any hidden circumstance that may exist, they will be investigated in due course by the proper authorities.
No. But we all know what will happen. They'll just give the mastermind of the whole venture time to cover his tracks again.
Don't tell him what he's gonna do. By which you mean me. Your punishment for this contemptible behavior will be decided at a later date. As for you, Prosecutor Asogi...
Meet me in my chambers.
Meet me in my chambers with that mouth. You will be remanded following these proceedings. Willingly I trust, since you gave your word. Arg.
Oh.
This futile game of revenge is over, young Master Asogi.
Young Master?
I forgot about this. Cosmo Shambles!
Kazuma! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Kazuma in shambles!
Oh,
That will be— that will be all I hereby declare this trial to be over. The course—
Sholmes!
Sholmes, my friend, my best friend!
Mr. Sholmes!
This is no place for amateur detection, Mr. Sholmes.
That's a detective too.
I was gonna say deduction. May I remind you, these proceedings are closed to the general public. We will leave the courtroom at once.
Mr. Sholmes was instrumental in the apprehension of Seishiro Jigoku before he fled from Europe. The court should hear what he has to say.
Lord Mel Strongheart. I'm just everybody in this courtroom, huh?
You are.
It's imperative that you refrain from bringing this trial to an end at this stage.
I like how this is like the second time Sholmes has like entered the courtroom uninvited.
People hate it when he does this. Like, some people are like, he ruins the courtrooms because he does this out of nowhere.
It makes it more exciting, actually.
It does. But there's also the fact that they also do this in every other game. You had in the original trilogy, Francisca came in last second and brought in evidence and left. Like they always do this in these games.
And then in the first trial in this game, Susato came in. Yeah, and she gave evidence and bounced. And that was it. But we really needed it. We need it here because we cannot get Strongheart with that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
Oh lord, you need only recall your own words for the opening of this trial to answer the question, if I may. We will stop at nothing to uncover the whole truth behind these disturbing findings. I don't remember him saying that. But I'm sure he did. Surely it can't be. Not the shock of being accused of being the Reaper yourself has erased that from your memory, can it?
Uh-oh.
The whole truth, sir, has already been uncovered.
Has it now?
It would seem that we have a great many important members of the judiciary present here today. Put it to you, my dear fellows, should the trial end at this juncture? Excuse me. To attempt to nod along to the prevarications of your superiors?
Prevarications, I guess?
Prevarications, perhaps.
Maybe.
I don't know anything.
So Kazuma needs a hug.
I know.
Oh.
He's like breaking down.
Yes.
Ordering court. Seems to me that we stand before a door that leads to a new era of legal practices. A door that is ajar. Oh my god. Let us emerge from the shadows of the Reaper's decade-long ascendancy. For you and you alone, my dear fellows, have the power to push this door open now. The auditors in the gallery have no rights to express an opinion on court proceedings. Silence. Shut up, please.
Oh, wait! He's right, the justice absolute authority here.
Yes, if he calls the court to an end, it must end.
But will it really? Will it really do? I sense dark things occurring behind the scenes. Dark things indeed. Is there a single person present? Oh, that was a fast one. What?
Honestly,
Trial should go on. Summon the witness. That's right. We need to clear up before the Japanese fellows. Oh.
Oh! Oh!
Ah!
This is the prettiest
My
Kazuma in the
heart!
universe.
My lord, you're such a... yourself an outlet. Oh god, it's going fast. The truth! The whole truth and nothing but the truth! That's the very foundation of British law!
Oh god, what happened to my phone?
Uh-oh.
A toast to my dependable colleagues in the gallery.
A toast.
A toast indeed, a toast indeed, my fellow.
Oh, shit, is my camera going slow? Actually, it is. This is.
I can't. No, my phone is.
No, actually, my camera's going slow. What? Hold on.
Wait, I think my phone shut off actually. Hold on. What is going on?
Wait, did your phone, like, just shut off or something?
Oh, it did. Yeah, it did.
Ah!
Okay, well, we'll continue like this. It's fine.
It's fine, it's fine.
Well, my lord, you hear the voice of the British justice, I take it.
Hold on.
I think you'll find it'll be. Oh, what?
Hold on, hold on. There you go.
Thanks.
There you go. On with the trial! On with the trial! Testify! Testify! Testify!
I read some of that dialogue.
Did you read this one? I know you did.
I don't know which one this one is.
I think you'll find it with the rather awkward...
I think you'll find it will be rather awkward to silent.
Okay.
Oh yeah, my phone did shut off. Oh, because I didn't charge it. Haha.
Oh my gosh.
The court will recess briefly.
Recess?
We're gonna go outside and play for a while. I have no intention of shrinking away from these allegations. I love this Kazuma. He's beautiful.
He is beautiful. I want to take a screenshot.
I totally forgot that he completely, like, would just break down like that.
He broke down. That was so heartbreaking to see.
Yes. Because he believed so, you know, that his father didn't get any justice, you know?
Right.
And to see it, like that was his life's work getting here, and almost have it, like, slip away from his fingers like that.
Right.
That hurts. Bailiff, arrange for the subpoena of the witness at once. As soon as the gentleman arrives at the courthouse, we shall reconvene.
Oh, no recess.
Okay,
Get him, Sean.
recess won't be necessary, my lord. He's just standing behind him. Pardon? Mikotoba is a close friend of mine. He accompanied me today and is waiting in the antechamber as we speak. I do believe he's been enjoying a little trip down memory lane, in fact. Jesus, Kazuma. Hold on. What? Professor Mikotoba is here in the courthouse?
Mr. Sholmes, you didn't know this would happen, did you?
He's the smartest man on earth. My dear fellow, no one's in a better position to answer that question than you, surely.
It wasn't just asking for the fun of it, you know.
Well, I must thank you for your assistance in the matter, Mr. Sholmes. However, you are of no further use here. Kindly leave the courtroom at once.
Make him. Do it.
But of course, in truth I find myself rather busy now as a result of these developments. Mr. Naruhodo?
Yes?
I trust you have Iris's little lucky charm with you?
Absolutely. It's still in my pocket.
She sends her regards, and a reminder. If you find yourself at a dead end, the ears are at your disposal. Just one tug, if you please.
Just one, because...
I'm about to tear that man's ear off.
Of course.
My battery's at 1% now. It definitely was, like, actually, like... It just died. It's kinda funny. In that case, the trial will continue without delay. Bailiff, show the witness to the stand.
Oh, look at them all in here.
They're standing next to each other.
So it's Lord Strongheart. He's the Reaper of the Bailey. What exactly is this trial going to take me, I wonder? Just how deep I am about to plunge into the blackness of the abyss. Well, I'm ready. I'm ready to head into the heart of this maelstrom.
Maelstrom. Haha, that's the pun on his name. Haha.
Yeah, and confront whatever horrors it tries to drown me under. Ooh.
To
Wow.
continue.
Long.
Now I can get my alcoholic beverage. I was just like, I know it's gonna be the TBC. Oh man, Becky, you're close.
I'm scared.
The Resolve
my
Areno
God,
skin.
hi. She's just.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
Oh yeah, I forgot Maria was here. I'm still voicing so many people. Help me. Help. Help.
I could help. I mean, I voiced Makoto Ba at least.
Thank you. Oh, let me get my drinky. I'll be back.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Oh my goodness.
Gomena, sorry, dude. So, witness, state your name and occupation for the court. What? No.
Yujimi Kotoba, a lecturer in forensic medicine at the Imperial Yume University in Tokyo, Japan.
She's just staring at him.
Girl. And Professor Mikotoba, the young lady beside you is?
Ah, this is Dr. Maria Gori, Scotland Yard's practicing coroner, the daughter of Dr. Seath, I understand. Yes, Dr. Seath. Tell you why she's here. She's just appeared.
She followed me.
She's just there. Oh!
Ooh. You summoned this strange I forgot what voice I gave her.
It was basically
Summoned
that.
this strange Japanese man as a witness to the autopsy. But you don't summon Mama. That makes no sense. She was there too. I mean, she's in jail.
That's
so
about
what?
the size of it. I've had her eyes boring into the side of my cheek constantly. Whilst I was in the antechamber too. Poor man. The idea of it making me shudder.
The revelations about Dr. Seath that came to light some days ago defiled the reputation of the entire judiciary. I mean, she shouldn't have killed somebody. It's just that easy. If I didn't want to ruin her reputation, I would simply not kill somebody. She was therefore deemed unfit to appear as a witness in today's proceedings. The Ministry of Justice's decision on that is final. Well, we wouldn't want any more perjury to be committed, would we? You get so funny, Barrow.
Yep.
The Minister of Justice. Some questionable strings are being pulled, I think. Well.
I remember you, Dr. Mikotoba.
This man look like he got a double chin.
Making his head look like a thumb, that's why he's got that hair. But I certainly never expected to be meeting you under these circumstances. No, she's looking at him again.
Yes, it's been a while, Lord Strongheart.
OST? The prosecution understands that you were visiting student of forensic science in London until 10 years ago. Cosmos gonna talk like he never
That's
started
right,
to cry
I
in here.
studied under Dr. Wilson at, St. Sinners.
So you were present at the autopsy of my brother Lord Clint Manzees.
I was, yes. I assisted Dr. Wilson with the entire procedure.
That's far more skilled than any Japanese man. But I didn't do it. I didn't cut the man open.
Dr. Wilson asked me to be his primary assistant on the occasion. And this autopsy report was actually penned by you, I believe. Yes, I noted all of the document's findings, and when we were done, he read through the document and signed it.
And we figured that out pretty quickly as well. It didn't take too long at all.
Can you, like... Yeah.
What do you mean? I'm just saying. Oh, Mama. As secondary assistant, she wouldn't have had a good view of all the innards. Okay. So, Professor, do you remember Inspector Gregson?
Yes, of course. It was... If it wasn't for his insistence, Lord Van Zeek's autopsy would never have happened.
His parents' autopsy.
Convinced that it would reveal decisive evidence against Genshin, you see. So Lord Strongheart had to entreat the nobility to allow it to take place. Do correct me if I'm wrong, my lord.
Now I can't unsee the freaking double chin thing. It does look like it. You ruined it.
I know.
It was as a result of that autopsy that a mass murder was apprehended and justice was done. But Gregson admitted it before he was killed. He admitted that the results of the autopsy were fabricated. You didn't want to read the ... No. You were there at the time, so you must testify. You have an obligation to tell the truth about what really went on.
Absolutely. That's precisely why I'm here.
And that's why I'm here too. Very well, then you give a false. Yes. Before you begin, a word of warning. M.G. You will state truthfully and accurately what you saw and what you heard at that time.
I wouldn't dream of doing otherwise, my lord.
The moment your testimony verges on supposition, I will expel you from my courtroom. Okay.
The mic didn't pick up that, so I was like, did she even read it? And you're just like, okay. I'm like, oh, she read it, it just didn't pick up. It
didn't pick it up.
It was silence. And all I heard was you say, okay. From my own observation, I couldn't say there were any indication of the autopsy result having been fabricated. Death resulting from a wound made by a Western-styled sword transfixing the heart that I found a little strange.
There were no other signs of internal injury, nothing questionable at all.
Oh, different, because he died from a bite.
Actually, if you look at the autopsy report, it doesn't say that at all.
Yeah, but what we were told, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember looking at the autopsy report, and it did say he was stabbed through the heart like there was a duel. And I was like, oh.
It's like, that's awkward, because this whole time we led to believe that it was a dog, but
right,
okay.
It was always the dog. The collar was blood on it, yeah.
It was just that beautiful but dangerous piece of evidence removed from the man's stomach.
Oh?
And you're gonna talk too? Presumed to have, Jesus. Presumed to have been swallowed by the victim as a way of posthumously identifying his estate.
Are you okay, Van Zeeks?
It just makes it so sad to talk about Clint. No indication? Nothing to suggest fabrication?
Absolutely not. Professor Mikotoba, are you certain about that? Well, nothing that I could positively identify as such, much less swear it in testimony. Oh?
That clears things up nicely.
The way you're laughing is so... The way you're laughing is so funny. What is that? I got tears in my eyes. They're not even sad tears yet. Oh my god.
Oh, that'll change. It'll change.
Oh my god. Oh, that was so sudden.
The only fabrication here Sogi's come for you.
What?
Why would a Sogi lie? What?
What?
What? Ugh. You
That.
You claim the inspector confessed right before his death, but that is the fabrication. No, he freely acknowledged it. I swear he did. Freely? With the tip of a sword at his throat? The man was clearly at his wit's end.
He never had the sword near his throat. He just drew it, but...
I mean, it got embedded in the trunk. Who knows what the trunk was?
Yeah. Like, he, like, lifted it up to, like, you know, it was something in between them, because he did swing it. He did. Out of anger.
Yeah. Rage, even. The court will give no credence to this confession that was uttered in obvious desperation. Quite simply, there was nothing questionable about the investigation of Lord Clint Van Deek's death. And with this testimony we have without question uncovered the whole truth of the matter. Jesus.
She just has her eye. If I may, my lord. There were most certainly something questionable about it, and the whole truth does rather elude us, I feel.
I beg your pardon.
Well,
you're not gonna get it.
Obviously aware of the fact of the case. All four of the professor's previous victims died when an numerous beast had set upon them and ripped out their throats.
Oh, such horrifying crimes.
But curiously, the killer's last victim, Lord Clint Van Zeeks, suffered a different fate. Yes, you're right.
He was stabbed through the heart with a sword.
Okay.
That's enough. I believe I warned you about this witness. I promised to curtail your testimony as soon as it entered the realm of supposition or speculation. That's not speculating, that was literally an autopsy report, idiot. Moron, dumbass, bitch.
Very well, my lord. In that case, the defense will pursue a conclusion to this during the cross-examination. Well, that's what I'm supposed to do, right? Wait.
What? Are you actually trying to do your job? Are you kidding me?
I have the right to cross-examine every witness after testimony. And I fully intend to exercise that right. Oh.
Inosuke.
I'm afraid that even the presiding judge has no authority to contravene the letter of the law, as I'm sure every member of the judiciary present in the gallery would agree.
HMPH.
What are you saying?
Very well, you may begin, counsel. However, the moment your argument strays from the established facts, I will not hesitate to bring the cross-examination to an end. Proceed with caution.
Yes, my lord.
Yes, baby girl.
Oh, excuse me. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
Well now, we don't have, yeah.
Might as well just press.
Ain't got nothing. Ain't got nothing.
You can't say? No, sadly not.
I'm looking at Barak right now. Not anymore. But then you couldn't say there wasn't any indication either, could you?
No, true, I couldn't. I was at Dr. Wilson's side as he performed the procedure, recording what he did. At the time, of course, he instructed me to fetch implements and such like. Whilst I was away from the operating table, obviously, I could have missed something. And at those times, what was the secondary assistant doing?
Following this Japanese man's orders to adjust the lightning or pass some implements. That doesn't mean Mama wasn't a vital part of the team. Well, it doesn't.
Quite, yes. She would, so would you very kindly refrain from staring at my cheek like that?
Professor Mikoto, but think! Was there nothing at all that seemed out of place to you?
Well, yes, there was, as a matter of fact. Well? Yeah, there it was. That's what he was getting at next.
It's like awkward.
In all of the previous 4 killings attributed to the professor, the victims were killed by an enormous dog, I believe. The throats were, well, mauled? Correct. And yet Lord Van Zeeks was stabbed. Do you mean to say you think Lord Clint Van Zeeks may not in fact have been one of the professor's victims?
There is no basis on which to doubt the findings of the investigations carried out at the time.
But
Genshin Asogi confessed to all of his crimes upon his arrest. He admitted to having taken the lives of all 5 members of the aristocracy. Arga!
Yet the beast that was used to carry out the killings was never identified. No evidence was found to suggest that Genshin had ever kept a dog.
A true hound of hell. Don't say that about my dad.
Oh. But, you weren't actually present at the autopsy yourself, were you, Dr. Gori?
She's like
She
9.
knows.
Does that matter?
Well, I just wonder how useful your testimony could be in that case, really. I mean, it would be different if your mother, Dr. Seath, were in the stand, but... She's right up on her notes.
Yeah? I've read all the paperwork about the case, and Mom has told me the story countless times. The statement I just made is exactly what's written in the autopsy report.
Stab wound, there were no other signs of internal trauma. I see.
Mama told me all about it.
Oh?
She said there was nothing of note internally. But they did find an amazing piece of evidence, something unbelievable.
Unbelievable? What do you mean?
Hazuma, hold on, we'll get there. Come on, Dr. Gori, what was it?
In the next testimony.
We'll get there when we get there.
What exactly was it, though? What does beautiful but dangerous mean?
Well, it was sparkly and round with a hole, as if it might slip over a finger, perhaps.
It was a ring belonging to Interesting. It was a ring belonging to Genshin Asogi.
Yeah, like, interesting. My father's ring was inside the victim's stomach?
At the time, Genshin wore a large ring on the digitus? Where? Oh, wait a minute.
Just say his ring finger, motherfucker! Jesus, Jujutsu's Quatris.
Had the fourth of ring finger. Okay? I know you're practicing medicine, but like, man. I don't think it was some sort of keepsake. Do you know about the ring?
When my
Yes.
father left Japan for London 16 years ago, I was 8 years old. That I remember that ring.
You do?
I do. My father's possessions were sent to our family home in Japan after his death, but the ring wasn't among them.
Why would he have that in his stomach?
Obvious or not,
Wow.
it was a key piece of evidence. It remains under lock and key in the stores at Scotland Yard to this day.
After the autopsy, Genshin was summoned by the police to check for the presence of his ring.
Oh, if you look at Barrock, he's sleeping.
Was he sleeping?
He's sleeping, yeah, look at him.
He's thinking deeply about this.
He's sleeping.
It wasn't on his hand, of course. Moreover, there were deep abrasions on his finger where it had been pulled off. This man bite his finger?
Well,
What the heck? I need to know some things. What kind of foreplay were they doing?
yeah, what's going on here? Wait, he was bisexual the whole time?
Oh, Cosmo, regret to inform you, but
Your father is
they
bisexual.
arrested the man there and then, right before my eyes.
How could they?
I mean, his ring.
Yeah. I bought the ring with me along
Oh!
today.
Well, thank you.
Oops.
What? Oh my god, that is
Here
that's
it
quite
is.
the ring.
Yeah. A bit dusty from years in the stores. I think you pointed it out when you saw that CG of him protecting Varrock. He had that ring on his finger.
I kinda did, yeah. Good gracious, yes, that's it. I haven't seen that in 10 long years.
And that was found inside the victim's stomach?
Yes. Yes, afraid so. You hesitate there, Professor Mikotoba. Should we read something into that? Oh, well, it's just that thinking back now, I didn't actually witness the moment it was extracted from the victim's body. Oh.
Oh my, really?
At that precise moment, Dr. Wilson had asked me to fetch him a new scalpel, you see. Oh boy.
Dr. Gorey. The removal of historic evidence from the stores requires my consent, does it not?
However, it came to be here. The court cannot deny that this is crucial evidence for today's proceedings. I want to look at
Very
the ring.
well, you may submit it. Mr. Asogi's ring. A ring belonging to Genshin Asogi found in Lord Clint Van Zeet's stomach during the autopsy.
Claws
the
protecting the
claws-
jewel. Oh.
The claws clasping the gem looked sharp enough to cause a very nasty scratch. I'm gonna look at it too.
It's a nice red jewel there. Those fat claws are doing a very good job at protecting the equally fat gemstone in the middle of the ring.
Yes, if you were clumsy, you might give yourself a rather nasty cut on them, I should say.
Ow! Now my finger's bleeding. The claws really are sharp.
Jesus,
My,
Yasuke.
that was very quickly clumsy.
Was
Very quick clumsiness, Mr. Naruhodo, even for you. Ugh. Who would make such a dangerous ring? You couldn't swallow it without getting yourself some very serious damage. Oh. Huh. What the heck? That's interesting.
What's interesting?
Stomach. A sticky mochi bun of about the same size would go down much better. With some red bean paste in the middle. Someone as clumsy as me would probably manage to choke on it somehow.
Yunosuke.
Mhm. Well then. Just, nasty gashes that could cause by swallowing that ring. The esophagus gonna be tore up.
That wouldn't be the only thing tore up after he was done with him.
Ah! Ah! It's not the sort of ring usually seen in Japan. Almost looks like claws protecting the jewel. You must examine it very carefully, Mr. Naruhodo. Very carefully indeed. Well, I already cut myself, Sasato. It's too late.
会输就还被 swallow by the victim as a way of pushing me.
Uh-oh, hold on.
No. Bless you.
And that was the decisive piece of evidence that led to Genshin Soki's arrest?
Correct. After further investigations by Scotland Yard, the man admitted to his crimes.
Yeah.
That's a lie. My father was no killer. What? Hold on. Kazuma? Barak Van Zieks, it was you! You twisted the truth to suit your purposes. Your hatred of me doesn't change the facts that were established 10 years ago. Woo! Get him.
Oops.
And Brother Clint had closed in on the professor. In the end, he exposed the man and put a stop to his lethal rampage. In the way only a man of my brother's caliber could.
No words, huh?
He got owned.
That's everything, is it? Poor father, he looks so troubled. Perhaps because 10 years ago something happened that had been weighing on his mind. Oh, couldn't say with his words. That phrasing was very deliberate, I'm sure.
Oh no.
I can't see through my tears.
Oh no.
The first comment made me laugh, but I read the quote retweet.
DK Giant Oh no.
I wonder if he had his suspicions all those years. If that's the case, we need to use this cross-examination to prove that what really happened. Remove any trace of doubt. If we could establish that Kazuma-sama's claim of fabrication evidence was true, we can't shy away from that now. Even if what we might uncover would lead to total calamity. Don't worry, Mr. Naruhodo. I'll be right beside you, whatever may happen. Oh, thank you, Sasato.
It looks
don't-
like as
oh,
of
God.
3 minutes ago, Dark War has passed away.
Ah!
They really had to do it to him, huh? This is so sad. I know exactly what to press and where, so bye.
Okay! Alright!
It's pretty easy, I guess. You just gotta, like, you know, glance through it, of course. Well, not press, present, pretty much.
Yeah. I like how she said there was like no eternal damage, but then she found like the dangerous piece of evidence.
Yeah, and they were stressing, like, ooh, that's really sharp, you know?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was just like, hold on a second, we just like looked at this thing, right? It's very, very nasty scratch. Immediately, I was like, hold on, wait a minute. The
That's
court
so
has
easy.
heard the ring was extracted from the victim's stomach, but you didn't actually see it being removed, did you, Professor Mikotopa? And he even had said something to say about that.
Yeah.
He's like, I was away when that happened. I was sent to get a scalpel. That's right.
All
As
of
I
a
said in my
sudden he
testimony before, at that moment I was fetching a replacement scalpel that Dr. Wilson had requested. In other words, you can neither confirm nor deny whether the ring in fact really came from the victim's stomach or not. Somebody put it in his stomach.
What are you
Somebody framed him! Oh my god. How dare. Framing the Asogis.
Sogi was a do nothing wrong ever in their whole entire lives. Except maybe murder somebody.
Maybe. That the ring was never in the victim's stomach to begin with. It's entirely feasible that Dr. Wilson fabricated that detail about the autopsy.
What are you saying? That Dr. Wilson?
Cosmo, is this what you wanted? Like, shut up and let me do my job.
He's just surprised.
I know.
It's just... He's like, OMG?
That Dr. Wilson was in possession of the ring in advance, after it was somehow stolen from Mr. Asogi. It was like ripped off his finger.
Yeah.
Somebody ripped it off his finger. Who did that? Somebody like knocked him out. Took it out his finger. And he produced it during the procedure, pretended to found it in there, and then in the victim's stomach. Oh.
Wait a minute. You're my
Wait.
client. Shut up.
Oh my god.
Supposition at best. What possible evidence do you have to support such a rash claim?
It's this evidence right here.
That